Hi guys, what's up? I feel like someone knows what I'm gonna say here, but um, probably by the title. But what happens when you temper a man? And I mean like a man. Usually there's a real reason why he's tempered, and um, there's there's multiple things that will like annoy. So for like me personally, the stalking, okay? The stalking and the status quo are the two things that will like annoy me. And I'll handle this for a long time just by trying to be chill about it for like a long time. For a long time. It could go 10 years, it could go 8 years. But the stalking and the status quo are two things that just after a while get old, and then he's going to want to fight. He might not like even act on it, but he's going to want to. He's going to want to do most likely bare hands, like a fist fight. Okay, now he's probably like mature enough to not just do this, and the other side of it is the rats. Not like someone who rats a little bit sometimes on accident, which is a thing on accident. You can accidentally party like it's legal, and then things will happen, like someone will extract the information who doesn't belong there, who's not really about that life, and will go tell on like a very intentional kind of thing. So like there's levels to it. Pretty much I've seen a lot of stuff like men who are tempered and get angry a lot easier, and then they'll like drive by and holler something at me, and that's how they won. You know, they'll drive by and they'll yell pussy, and then they'll just drive by. Like, they don't understand, like, I was over here on the sidewalk. You drove by and yelled. I'm over here. You have to get out of the car first, and you have to come over to me, and then from there, then you would be able to physically put your hands on me. You drove by and yelled. So that's your concept of handling that. Being angry at me. So, yeah. You have to actually do something. Now, I don't get tempered very easily. I handle a lot of things, as in, you know, the other thing is, I don't care who wins. It doesn't matter who wins. I've let go of who's going to win doesn't matter to me. I just have the aggression enough. I have enough aggression in that moment of being tempered where, like, it doesn't matter. I'm going to hit you. Like, it no longer matters who would win. So, like, I'm not gonna, like, be angry and then get my buddies together and try to scheme how, like, the 5 of us, the 6 of us are gonna, like, team up on you, because I'm worried about who would lose or who would win. I'm not worried about that. I'll do it myself. I'm going to find you. I want to know where you are. No one, and the other beta thing is no one will tell me where you are. And they are somewhere else, far away. No way to access them. This is how other people win fights. Do you see what I'm saying? They win the fight by being far away. So they won, or whatever. Like, nothing matters nowadays. There's not enough alpha behavior, you know? And you can acquire these things through lifting weights, through meditation, spirituality, wisdom, believe it or not, wisdom. But like, it's not gonna be like a car of me and my buddies, and then we just holler at you like pussy, and that will hurt you and stuff. It's just gonna be like, I'm gonna find you and I'm going to walk up to you. I'm not gonna be in my car trying to hit you, trying to run you over or something, some big elaborate scheme. It's gonna be fair. It's gonna be fair. I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna come up to you, and I've already let go. If I'm angry enough, I've already let go of who's going to win. That is why I don't have to have a group with me to back me up in case I lose. You know, I'm not going to get into whether or not I'm confident enough that I think I would win. That doesn't matter. You know, so you don't see this kind of stuff often. People like this a lot of times are in jail because they've already acted on it. Now, if someone like murdered a family member or a friend of yours, I could see how someone could get revenge with a gun. But if you're just angry and you're trying to use a gun on someone, that's like beyond beta. That's beta. Like, if you think about how fair that is, there's no sense of fairness there. Don't bring a gun to a fist fight. What do most people think of that? Well, because the gun would win. The gun would win. The gun would win against the guy without the gun. So then they won. No. Like, that's actually petty, believe it or not. Just having a gun does not make you a man. Okay? And then on top of this, I want to finish up by saying it's about peace. Like, it's about love. The status quo. Everyone believes in the high school world into like their 20s and into their 30s. And it's all about like the high school dynamics of who's cool, who has money, who's cool. These things get old after a while because it doesn't work with nature's laws. And nature is the key to like utopia or heaven. Nature's laws work. They've been set up by God for things to work. So what's the typical response to this video? Michael's butt hurt. He's upset. You know, why is he upset? These people know on deep levels there's something that doesn't add up there. You know? Like, so let's not get into it too much. But like, again, I'm not going to spend like a million hours psychologically trying to play out like something about how like you wouldn't win. I'm not going to put much thought into it until the time comes. Even still, there's a potential for me to walk away. I don't ultimately care about the outcome, even enough to where I'll create the peace if I have to. You can see a lot about narcissists and egomaniacs. When names start getting called, is they will freak out and want to fight at like the wrong time. And on top of that, they usually want to have a weapon or a group with them. Or something about hurting like your property. Or stalking you to the point where you will then feel scared. You know, a lot of these things gets into beta mentalities. Beta. Alpha is like they'll just use their hands. They're not so insecure that they have to have a weapon. They'll just use their hands. You know, I'm not trying to get someone to fight, but the whole point of being alpha is there's a big chance that they won't fight you to create the peace, which gets into like novelty or something. Novelty, or just like it doesn't ultimately matter who wins. That's a big thing. They just have the aggression where they just want something to happen. They're tired of the stalkers. Well, most likely. Me anyways, I'm going to let go and not care if I'm technically considered alpha. None of that matters. It'll show. Whatever I am will show in my aggressions and things. I don't get tempered often, but once about 15 years goes by and I've seen 90% of people do the same exact thing and are so predictable that I can predict every little thing they would say and do hours before they do it. Okay? That after about 15 years, 10 years, 20 years of them doing the same exact thing every single day, and then calling me insane how I do what they do, this eventually will temper me. It's not going to be me with a gun. It's not going to be me with a group of like 10 guys, 5 guys, 4 guys, 3 guys. I'm going to try to find you, and I've already let go of who's going to win or not. I just wanted to have some showdown. I at least wanted the chance for me to win or lose. And I'm going to find you, and even still, if you're not in a fair mode to fight, I'll potentially let go of it because I care that much about a good fight. I'm Irish. I like a little bit of a good fight at the end of the day. I don't like bad fights. I don't like bad fights that are sloppy where it's not even fair and someone's just getting their head stomped in by 3 guys, just kicking them with their boots and stuff. Like, that's not cool. I'm Irish. I like a good fight. Okay? All right, peace.